Hi everybody, we're back for another video, and you can see I had 3 things delivered today. Let's see. We've got something from Asian Vintage Shop, we have something from Paper Penguin Co., and we have something from Baum-kuchen. So let's start with what I got from Paper Penguin Co. first. All I did was cut open the top. And I think the other thing in here is the receipt. Yes, okay. Gonna add that to my low spend. So what you can see here are 2 passport size inserts. Let me take them out of the cello packets. If you've seen my One Book July Week 2 update, you might know why I have these. One is just a dot grid. See? It's kind of hard to see that on the screen. Maybe if I do that. There, that's better. Just a dot grid Tomoe River, 160 pages. And then this one is a blank Tomoe River paper insert with 160 pages. And I got black covers this time. So there you go. They actually had, the reason I have these is they had a sale. It was a few weeks ago. It usually takes them about 7 to 10 days to get an order. They're that busy. So Tomoe River paper inserts. Since I have those, let's open the one from Asian Vintage next. Okay, here is what we have. Everyone knows my love for all things passport. So let's take it out of the plastic. Dun, 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 dun. So what you'll see here is a passport, and it does have their marking. If it'll, let me see if I can get the camera to zoom. Boop. Maybe not. Anyways, it is a black passport traveler's notebook with a secretarial pocket. I'll use the Paper Penguin Co. A pocket here, plus a long pocket here, and a pocket here, and then it also has a pen loop. You can see it's a very thin leather. It's actually just a bit, to me it looks a bit thinner than that of the original Midori. But it has a lot of the customizations that you can get added to the notebook that you can get on Baum-kuchen, that Baum-kuchen does. And I want to have my original brown Midori altered, but I wanted to see exactly, oh, they put a rivet in there. Huh. I wanted to see what it was like, to see if I would even like that happening to my original brown Midori. So let's take all of the stuff that I have in here. Let's slide that in. Ooh. And it has one of those, it's not an actual Midori brass, oh, I forget what they call these. You can put a little piece of paper in there and it'll say what it is. But this is seriously making me think that I want to have this done to my Midori. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this thing off. I've never been a fan of Lots of makers use these. Like the first notebook I ever got that had one was a Buteo Bunker. I haven't heard that name in a long time, but Buteo Bunker, Pella Studio. Foxy Fix makes a pen loop thing like this. I've never been a fan of them. So there's that. But also I was thinking if the husband's been using a passport size in my Chic Sparrow passport in the it's the Black Beauty. He's using my Chic Sparrow passport in the Black Beauty, and he says he likes it, but it's a little bit on the thick side, and that's just a basic, you know, piece of leather. There's no pockets or anything like that. So I'm thinking something like this might be what he would like. So it might end up becoming a gift, because if I do that to my Midori, then this one will not be used. But look at that. It's a black elastic. It feels the way my black Midori felt when I first got it, and also felt like my brown one. It has a nice soft nap in the inside. Of course, this one is, I got it in 2014, so it's quite old. But that is actually quite nice. And I wonder, since these are 160 pages each, what would happen if I just kind of, well, actually that one I would leave in. Let's see, what would it be like if I put this one in here and then switch that out for a thicker notebook. Let's see what that would do. That way I would have all of the things I need. A little journal, a dot grid for bullet journaling, the bullet journal method, and then my calendar, since I really like that. Let's, wow, look at that. Interesting. Oh, let's see what it looks like when it closes. I like that. Very interesting. And Len makes these in all the different Midori colors, the brown, the black, the blue. There might even be an olive, but all of the black comes with the black pockets, but the other colors come with a natural undyed leather. And that is very, very, very cool. I really like the design. And it's actually a really nice piece of leather. So I will link Asian Vintage down below. I like that. That gives me, that gives me something to think about. Okay, so there's that. I might buy a pack of those. Okay, so there's our Asian Vintage, our Penguin Co., Paper Penguin Co., if I can talk aujourd'hui. Merci beaucoup. So then the last thing I had arrive was something from Baum-kuchen, and all I did was do this, and I love that everything comes so cutely wrapped there. And actually I like how this is like completely recyclable. Of course I'm gonna take the washi stuff off and put in my journal, but I love that everything about their packaging is recyclable. There's no plastics in it. So this is how they do their receipts. It's kind of hard to see because it's blind embossed, but it says, logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. And so they put your name there, and then they fold up your receipt in there. It's a very, very cute way of doing that. And this says, on the quest for life, well lived and loved. And that's their Baum-kuchen. It's basically a B and a K over each other. Oh, look, there's even this beautiful sakura washi tape in the back. Okay, I bought one little item from them. I've been wanting one for a while. And if you've watched my One Book July Week 2 update, you'll see that this, I have it set up. I'm not using it, but it was my very first, the brown standard and passport were my very first traveler's notebooks. I got this in 2014. And I've seen these, but have never got one. You'll see it says Superior Labor Company. And it is the pen loop. It is the double pen loop. I'm not sure how that's coming across the camera, but it has their standard and strong, superior pen. We take, I'm gonna see if I can read this. It's really, really, really tiny. I'm not gonna read it through the screen. We take pride in craftsmanship and never skimp on time and effort, made in Japan. Look how beautiful that is. And I'm thinking about how I want to modify my brown traveler's notebook. Oh, look at that. Oh, I like that. Let me grab. So here's just a tool, ballpoint pen. Nothing fancy about it. They're medium. Boop. Here's a much chunkier pen, the Coleco Sport. Ballpoint, again, nothing fancy. And that's a thicker pen. And that fits. So what this lets me know is it lets me know that my Coleto would fit in here. Here's a, I think it's lemon yellow. It has been such a long time. It's been such a long time since I studied Japanese. So my katakana that color was in. Look at that. And they're always there. Okay, this makes me happy. So this, I think this purchase of this notebook and this pen loop really makes me determine how I want to modify my traveler's notebooks. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to get the back with the 3 card slots here. And then I want to get one of the small leather corners. I don't think I want the large one because I want to be able to use this beautiful pen loop. So I think that's how I'm going to get this one modified. But I'm going to have to save up for it because it's not cheap. So, and with this one right here, they don't do a pocket like this. They just do like that little corner one. And I like using my passport as my wallet. I like to use it as my planner and my wallet. They don't do a pen loop and they don't do this little add-on pocket, but one thing that they do is they will do a pocket like this with a card slot. And then they also do the 2 card slots. You know, so you could put a credit card in a slot here, credit card in a slot here, and then you'd have a big pocket underneath. So I think that is really giving me ideas on how I want to modify my traveler's notebook. But look how beautiful that pen loop is. And it's a nice brown leather that complements the, and that would actually look beautiful on any traveler's notebook, whether you had a camel. Let me pause. Okay, so we're back. So here is that Superior label, and I just pulled it off of my brown, and because it is surrounded by leather. It does not scuff up your notebook. And the inside, you know, it just leaves a little bit of a compression mark that can be buffed out. So that's what it looks like on a very well aged brown traveler's notebook or a Midori. Here's the husband's brown Midori, so you can see how it looks like on one that has not been used as much as mine. Here it is on an olive. My olive is one of those olives that looks a little bit more brown, but when you see brown next to it, it looks green. So there's that. This is the new blue, the blue that's a little bit fuzzier. This is the original blue, which is more polished of a leather. See, it looks really pretty together. It looks really, really, really nice on the camel. I did want to get it in the nude undyed leather, but they were out, but they had the brown, and the brown is gorgeous. And here it is on the black, which they do make it in nude, brown, and black. So let me get the traveler's notebooks off the table for now. So there that is. I'm gonna put that. Oh. It is a tight fit, but that's because you don't want it to go anywhere. There. Very cool. So that is a quick look at my messy table now. Just a quick little look at some of the items that I bought this month for my low spend, because obviously you can see it was not a no spend. So I'm gonna set these here, take a few photos, and if you have any questions, I will link the 3 shops below: Asian Vintage, Paper Penguin Co., and Baum-kuchen. So you can, you know, look and see what all they have to offer. Those are 3 shops that I really like. If you're new to Traveler's Notebooks, and I know I've gotten, due to One Book July, that I've gotten some new subscribers. And if you're, you know, new to Traveler's Notebooks, like say you've used a ring binder, or someone else was using like a happy planner. Say you want to try a traveler's notebook. I think a good place to start is Asian Vintage. Some of the things they have are leather, some of the things they have are not leather. It's like a PU leather, what is that? Like a poly, I can't remember what it means. But they are at a much more discounted price. Like this thing was $27, I think, $28. And it's a beautiful notebook, and you know it would, you know, it would serve the purpose until you know, it'd give you something to try, and then you'd want to, then when you want to, you know, make a different purchase, you know, it'll give you the feeling of what it is like using a traveler's notebook, and it has all those pockets in it, so that's wonderful. So, you know, if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I will try to get back with you as soon as I can. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.